Alright you guys, we got a beautiful redfish right here. I'm gonna show you how I like to fillet mine. They got a little bit of head meat up here, so you want to take your knife and just flick some of the scales off so you can actually get into the skin. And once you feel a nice soft spot, you can slip your knife in, and you want to keep it right on top of this backbone, and that'll keep you where you need to be, making sure you get all the meat that you can get from the fish. And you're gonna run into a lot of scales in the way, but just carry on down the backbone slowly and you'll get there. Do the same thing all the way down to the end of the tail, and right when I'm about here, before this fin right here ends, I want to poke my knife all the way through to the other side. Press your knife all the way down and just go all the way through. You guys, and once you've done that, I like to go back up to the head and just start separating more of the meat. Slowly but surely you'll get a good amount of the meat to pry off the bones. There we go. Now their spine does protrude a little bit. You got to go over that, and you can angle your knife down to make sure you're not missing too much of the meat on that bottom side. All right, and once you've got separated the meat all the way from the tail to about the mid body, you're gonna run into the rib cage about from here to here. You're gonna want to angle your knife very upwards, you know, not too upwards, but you'll be able to feel the rib cage, and you just want to go over that. It takes some practice, I'm not gonna lie. I messed up on it a good amount of times, but angle that knife up, make sure you're not missing any meat, and you might run into the swim bladder and hear a little bit of a airy noise, which I just did. There we go. You guys, and for the next part, I like to give my fish a flip, and that just makes it easier to go under from the underside of the meat and just work your way behind the head. And you're just gonna want to carry that down all the way behind this fin right here. There we go. Alrighty, we got our beautiful redfish fillet right here, and then while it looks like I've missed a lot of meat, this fish has a huge stomach, and all that I've done is just avoided this rib cage and missed just a little bit of head meat right there. And you can cut that out super easy, get you a little redfish nugget, and boom, that's how I like to do it.